Today we're going to be making journal tags from pieces of canvas. So stay tuned and see the process from start to finish. Hi, this is Jeanne. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making those old tags that you saw out of some canvas that I pulled off of a frame, and I have put some gesso on top of it to start it off and somewhat covered the purple color that it was originally. Then the next thing I did was put rubber bands around one rubber band and pressed it in all over the piece because it gave it some texture and a design, and the rubber band was flexible, so the circles are not all exactly the same. So that was kind of fun, and it did give it a little bit of interest. I just put it on like that and pressed it in and lifted it off, and it was so easy. Because the canvas piece was purple, I chose pink and blue papers to put down on there, along with some book pages, and those are nice. The blue has little butterflies on them here and there, and the pink has a little bit of a texture pattern, but very light. So that'll be nice pieces for underneath to give it some color, some extra color, and some body. So I was pretty happy with that. Then I picked out two colors. I grabbed two colors. I didn't even look to see what colors I was taking, but I was very happy with it. I put dots all over, and then I just brushed the two colors on, blending some, but trying not to muddy it too much. So I've got some really pretty shades in there, and it looks very autumny to me. I love it. I was very pleased with the color. It was actually exciting. And the bluish color is like a pearl color, so that gave it an extra shimmer, which I'm not sure that I really see looking at this in the voiceover section. I'm just not seeing that shimmer too much, but it's definitely there in real life. And the piece has some torn sides, which I'm not worried about because I can always use those. Next I did a little stamping, and I could have done more, but I wanted to keep it simple because these were going to be small pieces, small tags. So I just did the little stamping and then went on and splashed color on here. I made it pretty watery so that it would be somewhat runny and not just solid dots. I used a blow dryer instead of my heat gun to dry it, and that kind of pushed it around a little bit, which gave it a lot more definition than I had thought, and so I was really pleased with that. So as you can see, even with all the different layers, you can see each layer pretty clearly, and I'm very happy with how this canvas turned out. Now that's the blue color. I'll show you the two different colors that I used. And we have the terracotta. So all in all, it turned out very well. The piece was about 8 by 8 inches. When I cut off all these are just the little end pieces that I really couldn't use, that were too ragged. but the side pieces gave me all these little tags, and I loved the ragged edge on the side. I was going to keep that because I just really love that, but it was bent over, and it didn't quite look as nice as I had hoped, so I cut it off. And this is the piece left over. I think I will use it for a book cover. And so I just set that aside for now, and I absolutely love it. The blue part will be the spine, and then it'll have orangey or terracotta colors on each side. But I think that's the perfect project for that piece because it's just too pretty to hide away in a book. So I'm really happy with it, and I'm excited to start my next autumn journal with this piece of canvas for my cover. And it'll be fun because it'll be a flexible cover. I'm going to let you get a nice, good look at how that turned out. How you can see each layer of the piece. So pretty. I'm very happy with how it turned out. So I cut them into tags and added some of. I picked this up at the thrift store. I don't know what the name of this kind of string stuff is, but it has really pretty little fuzzy sections on it. And I'm just showing you just how I cut this. I tried to cut them the size that I would need and not waste, but I have plenty of this, and so I found that it was just too hard. When I was pulling it through, it was just very difficult not to find all the loops without pulling the rest of the strings through. So as you can see here, you have to pull it through quite a bit to find all your loops. And I'm adding this part in just for those who might not know how to do this. This is just an easy way of adding your little handle there, your little tassel. And that's just how it goes. It went real through there, but I did miss a loop, and so one did come out. Now I could add it, but I was just perfectly happy with what I did have, and then I cut it to size because it's just so much easier to work with. I tried the small one; it took me forever, and I ended up just giving up and making a long one. So then I just am, since these are very small, I'm going to just put a little word on it and just make it a very simple little tag. I put it on with tacky glue because that's good for fabric, and that'll keep that stuck to it. It won't come off. The one thing I did not show you is, and I might at the end, I didn't get the I didn't make the edges dark. I did decide to make 2 of these for my Alice journal and one for my autumn journal, and then I have a couple to share. So anyway, I was just really happy with this project and so fun. Bye-bye.